Hi, and welcome to Fan Talk. I'm Simon.
I'm David.
And today we are going to be having a very serious and world-solving discussion about a problem that has vexed us for many weeks.
Days.
Yeah.
Hours.
We are going to discuss the a possible matchup of John Wick versus the other great John McClane.
If the two of these guys were to meet in an adversarial situation.
Just to say, it's obviously this isn't Keanu Reeves versus Bruce Willis here. This is actual, movie John Wick versus movie John Wayne. The movie laws and
John McClane.
John McClane, not Wayne.
John Wayne.
That was my secret weapon. And not John McClane, not John McClane, the other one.
Yeah.
No, this is using their movie logics, their movie physics, and et cetera. This isn't real world, like two regular guys that happen to have those names fighting. This is in their own little worlds and universes. Who would have the upper hand in certain situations?
Which I just don't see the debate here. John Wick takes this one to the house.
Well, let's start with the setting. They both have in their movies access to a high-rise building.
Yes.
So that makes sense to even that playing field a little bit. I think that this high-rise building, just to be fair, should have very wide vents.
Where someone can crawl around and hide in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this comes down, and we have a police officer there that's showing up to arrest assassin. There's the setup.
There's a setup. Yeah, it's at the Continental. He shows John McClane's a cop in New York, so we're going to say for all intents and purposes this is New York. I think it is anyways.
Yeah.
And he's dealing with a bunch of dead Russians, and he's trying to figure out who's the result.
He gets a tip that this John Wick character.
Okay, and to make it a little more fair for your character, let's just say that because everybody wants John Wick dead right now, right? That they've all sold him out and exited the building so that he's in there one-on-one. Because there's no way John McClane's going to beat John Wick anyways, but there's definitely no way he's going to beat him in a building full of assassins.
Well, let's put it this way. John McClane, other than the graze on the shoulder here and there, hasn't been shot. But let's break this down. If we were on a hand-to-hand brawl, no weapons, not even a pencil,
okay,
this would be a very good fight. They both can take amazing amounts of punishment. I mean, any other person could not.
I'll give that to you.
They both can take incredible amounts of punishment.
Yes.
One, I think, has fallen down an elevator shaft before. It's been okay, more or less.
Walked across glass barefoot, yeah.
Yeah, gets blown out of everything. Is very good at launching vehicles into bad guys. Did you take out a helicopter with a car? But I think in a one-on-one, just punching brawl, it might just call it a draw.
No, there's no way though, because John McClane is a cop. All right, I know a lot of cops. And I'm not taking away from any of you guys in blue. Okay, they're tough guys. All right, but they don't go through the rigorous kind of training that John Wick goes through. I mean, you watch those movies. The guy, he kills people with a book.
I'm saying no weapons right now. I'm just talking this one-on-one brawl.
I'm just talking his kung fu alone. I mean, John McClane in the movies, you're lucky if he throws a good left-right hook. I mean, he's a classic street brawler guy. Somebody finally gets in his face because they run out of guns.
They're both very inventive on using what's around him.
He'll sock him or he'll
get a guy around the neck and hang him.
Yeah, it's I'm not taking away from his ingenuity, but I'm saying that John Wick doesn't need the ingenuity. The guy is a freaking ninja. And
McClane is extremely good about getting out of a bad situation where he knows he's outmatched. He'll go into the vents. He'll disappear around the building. I mean, it'll be a cat and mouse game the entire time. So as long as he doesn't get in Wick's sights, that's the problem. If he gets in Wick's sights.
Well, you go back to John Wick 3, though, the two the samurais that he's fighting in the glass room at the end of the third movie. They wore him
down pretty good physically.
There was two of them, and they were playing cat and mouse hiding games, and he showed that whole mystic kind of ninja side to John Wick. He's able to seek people out when they're hiding, and he knows how to find people, and he's stealthy himself. This guy is an assassin. I mean, if you think back to the first movie, the guy's standing there and he goes to where the son is hiding out in the place, and there's the big dude, and all of a sudden he's just whoop, behind the guy with the gun in the head, and he's like, John? He's like, yeah, why don't you take the night off? He's like, thank you. Because he knew if he didn't, he was dead.
Yeah.
But he just appears out of nowhere. I mean, John Wick is very stealthy and sneaky, too. And, I mean, as soon as a cop shows up, I mean, the thing you'd have on your side, as I'd say that John Wick's character
has an entire police force behind him.
He has your character has a police force behind him, and my character is got a code where, I mean, I don't believe that John Wick would want to kill a cop unless he absolutely had to. So he would be in a situation with, like he was with those ninjas at the end, where he really didn't want to kill them. I mean, it's like he wouldn't really want to kill John, but I think that he could dispense of him without having to kill him. And I still think that John Wick, hands down, crushes John McClane.
And I think that is Wick's demise right there. Here's the final setup in the third act.
Okay.
On the roof.
On the roof. So we're on the roof.
Yes.
Okay, we're on the roof.
On the roof. They, they're kind of like taking shots at each other. They're both in cover. Wick is yelling out like, don't want to do this, but I'm about to get you. And McClane is like, does the typical thing, like realizing bad situation. He's like, you know what? We were looking for so-and-so that did this. I don't think that's you. Just something to disarm the situation. Be like, all right, you can just talk to him. And Wick's like, okay, that might work. And then, just like that happened at the end of John Wick 3, McClane's going to send him over the roof just like Gruber. Hans Gruber.
I think in that situation, what actually happens is John McClane's like, okay, and John Wick, being the good guy he is, tries to diffuse the situation. It's like, okay, and when he tries to send him over the roof, he just does one of his quick pop, 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 whoo, and off Bruce goes all the way to the bottom. And unlike John Wick, not having the skill of knowing how to fall from that high and not die, just dies.
All right, guys. I think this is about as far as we can push it without just completely making it up as we go. I think we've
invented enough as it is.
Yeah.
This being said, they're both iconic characters.
Yeah.
They both can take a lot of abuse, and I would consider them both good guys. And I mean, John Wick is...
They're both protagonists.
Yeah. So... But I really have always
they also
loved
there's
the
some different
films.
styles too, because McClane doesn't, as much as we think of these guys as like they can take tons of damage, they take out tons of enemies, they're the lone gunmen in their respective movies. McClane's style is more of like investigate, stay in the shadows, and just take out the bad guys,
one at a time, work
quietly, through it, and then smash some big machinery into whatever.
Figure out what the plan is and get ahead of it.
Yeah.
Which you could say the same thing, especially in the later John Wick series, where he's really trying to figure everything out.
Well, then you got his is like massive crowds, gung fu. Which doesn't translate well to the. I mean, McClane in that situation is probably very badly outmatched.
Yes.
But I think it depends on the exact situation, how things play out. Would depend on a lot how this goes.
No, I can tell you how it goes.
Why don't you guys tell us in the comments, and we'll come back and report on it next time we do a matchup like this. And also, if you guys have any ideas for a matchup, I'd be happy to take a look and put those to the test.
Thanks for listening, guys, and go ahead and hit like and subscribe.
And comment. Let us know what to do. Thank you.